What would you consider good if morals only last until a certain point? You have to use your discernment. You're here in the world of lights right now. Turn off the light. Now you're in the darkness. So nothing has happened. There was no one before you. There was nothing that was there. Okay? Like, just that's the creator's position. That's how it all started out. There is no basis of good or bad. Nothing has happened. Time passes and you decide you need something more than just sitting here inside that darkness. And so, therefore, you have to figure out how to make things. Do something. You need to get something. You work with what you have. And with what you have, you start to build and expand upon that. If you're going from the top down, the first color is actually purple. But you get to a place where, like, colors are established and they emerge from nothing. Okay? There's colors, there's all this other stuff. Like, you make all these different things. Basic shit. Inside of the pursuit of knowledge, a lot of things have happened because a lot of things must happen. Everything must happen for knowledge to continue to grow. And that's why the tree of knowledge, taking a bite off of that versus the good and evil, like now you know stuff. And since you know stuff, you have to go explore it to the ends and all the colors of the rainbow that entails. You have your thoughts inside yourself and what you think about doing, what you dream about doing, what you really want to do. But then you have the actions outside yourself and what you truly do and how you present yourself in the field. The division between you inside and you outside. In the past, there was no rules. There wasn't a need for rules because nothing had been done. And so you have all these stories of people going out, pillaging, conquering, all this stuff that it was all okay because it was about power and like what you know. But over time, from that power, we saw what is left behind and the way that the people were. They weren't able to fulfill the mission of becoming immortal. They didn't want to exist anymore because the existence that they grew up inside was so painful. The creator starts off alone. And so then comes the decision, is power important or is it actually the fact of having other people? And that there can be more than just the dominance and all that stuff. That's where stuff emerges. It throws a red flag, a red light. From the grape and pillaging days to the days where you conquer your people and you have slavery and then like it'd be more refined. It wasn't an outright openly like raiding the village and the things that would happen. It was more so a refined method where people bought defeated people as slaves and then they would do whatever they wanted to because property. But still the pain that came from that is pain that is still here because it's still happening. But that was not the intention. We wanted to have more people and so it has to be refined again. Slavery is supposed to be outlawed, and everyone's supposed to be paid a fair day's wages. Now, here goes the part of it that gets messed up. The CEOs, the people at top, they keep on taking more money and building into their dreams instead of also looking down at the people that are below them and building into everyone else's dreams and actually building something from the top down. When it goes all the way down to the down and it feels low, those people who are loyal to you will stay with you and go through the shit with you and boost you back up and you'll become a whole nother level of things. How do you think Elon Musk got so big? How do you think all these people do it? The ones that are real. They sit there, they stay, they stick. They should have. A normal person would have left, but like, no, I believe in this. And the people who are down there with them, they support them and bring them back up. So, what is the division? There is those who know the Creator, and there are those who do not. Those who know the Creator do not do those things. May they have desires to do that thing? Quite possibly. But this is a garden. This is Eden. This is a place where children are who do not know. There are worlds out inside the creation where like everyone's chill and then like we all know what's going on. We've all met the creator. Many stars inside of heaven, right? Each star is a person. So there's places out there where stars congregate and we go around. You meet your person, you talk to them, you go through a process of building from the top down, and eventually you get to your base desires, and things have happened to you, things have happened to them, and that's where you get to explore those sides and the darker aspects of your nature within your own bedroom. Yes, the creator knows these things happen. Yes, he knows people have trauma over this. And yes, we're working to try to stop that from happening. But that doesn't stop you from becoming a person who can become an immortal. Remember, there's a world inside of you and the world outside of you. There's the things you think about doing and the things that you actually do. As long as you don't, you can think whatever you want to think. I can't judge you off of what your experience is, but I can judge you off of the actions you take. That's where the thing is. Until the line is crossed, There is like, I might want to, I might see it in you, but do you do it? There's no minority report. Either else you have to actually do a thing, or a person doesn't. You are not judged based off of your thoughts. You are judged based off of your actions. Here, this is an Eden. This is the energy spiral den. This is where we grow children. This is where we have new beings that do not know. They don't remember what it was. It's a general lack or a state of dementia everyone's born into, a state of amnesia and forgetting. And so therefore, for those who are brand new or those who have been and forgotten, we want this type of place to be a garden where we build people towards being ready for being in eternity. We make them desire to seek out becoming immortal so that they have the desire of like going back to the creator, because there's only one person that can give you the immortality. That's the creator. His immortality is something that you don't have to worry about if it's going to proc or not. It's just a natural given. You've changed from being a person who's using an object to try to bring you back the best that it can to like going to the first source and being the one that always is, and you know him and he knows you, and so he's just like, yeah bro, you fucked up, and he brings you back. Or like, that type of thing. You're doing a mission, you're playing the game, you're a part of it, you're growing, you're exploring, you're doing those things. That's the difference between the two, like that form. What would I consider good? Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Those who live by the sword die by the sword. So you better make sure you've had your own personal experience and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you've met the one that always is and shall be before you go off and start to take action. And whenever he tells you it's time to take action, it's time to start doing the bigger things you've been thinking about instead of sitting here locked away inside of a cave waiting to come out. You may live and you will die. The only thing guaranteed by your birth is that you are going to die at some point. You're going to go through something, a nexus point, and you will not be anymore. Within that, if you are not anymore, that means you need a body to come back into, which means we need children. You should go out and have a kid and continue on the lineage. Procreate, bring something forth into the existence. Right now, the whole world's in a birth decline, which throws another red flag inside the system, meaning something is very wrong. When people are happily enamored with the world and everything's good, they have more spicy feelings and they will feel safe to bring babies into the world. And with the more babies, they'll be born of different ways and different types. They'll go out and explore things and they'll learn new things, and the knowledge will continue to expand. Right now, all the knowledge on the planet is on a downslide. As such, we all start off as children. We all came from there. There's all certain things that like our friends tell us that happened to them that they wish didn't happen to them. You can meet a random person in a bar and they will tell you the whole SA story, whether it's male or female. These people will tell you these things and they'll give that stuff to you. There's certain things that should happen and should not happen. There's certain boundary lines to not cross. It gets gray at some places, but there's very clear and definite no-nos. No, no, don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. No, no, turn it to the side. Zozo. The reason why a lot of relationships fail is because everybody's trying to build from the bottom up, but it's supposed to come from the top down. Your dreaming, your thoughts, your heart, to like your guts and being with the person, and it falls down to your loins that you can like go and make someone else with that person. And you're supposed to wait for a person's mind to develop, for them to start to see the world in bigger and better ways, because we all know that there's developmental stages that happen within this. I like food. I like water. I like seeing things. I like smelling things. I like touching things. I like tasting things. I like the experience. All that is made is good. Now, what the people do with it and how they act with what is made, that's not God's problem. That's not his domain exactly. Like, he tries to lead them to do better things, but people will be people and they will do what they will do. We sit back and judge the aftermath and say, oh, well, that was not a good thing to do, and therefore it becomes a banned object. That's how things get banned, because it wasn't a good thing. And this is why I say be the best person that you can be. Aspire to inspire others to their highest ideal. I have the things I consider good, you have the things you consider good, and we can discuss that when the world's more peaceful.